very special edition here on BilboBrick09's channel. I'm your host, BilboBrick09. And today, I will be making the first episode of my new build series, where I actually build a set in front of your eyes that is any set that is under 150 pieces. So this is the first one I chose because, well, I haven't actually built it yet. Most of the others that I do will be ones that I've built before. So you won't really get to see the boxes and the bags and stuff. But this time you will. So I think you're going to enjoy this. Our friend Andrew19, Andrew30 also did something like this, so make sure you check that out too. And you guys, well, most of you anyway, probably won't even watch this. And if you do, you'll probably just skip around. But I will be having some commentary and stuff on here. So if you want to stick around for the whole thing, then great. If not, that's fine too. So I already did the review on this set, as you know, because we used Andrew19, Andrew30's set, and we also did it with Fanor the second. Then I also made a T-Falls Play with Lego episode of this. So I've done a lot with the Wizard Battle. It is a set that I really like. You get 2 awesome minifigures, 2 awesome functions, some awesome printed pieces, and pieces that you don't see very often. So I just kind of wanted to show you the box before I tear it apart. Ages 8 to 14, 79005, the Wizard Battle, and 113 piece building toy. So it just shows you here the 2 staffs that you get. One is much cooler than the other. Saruman staring at the Palantir. One of the functions where you can actually flick Saruman off of his throne. And then this where you turn the knob and you can spin the Palantir and Gandalf with it if you like. And here it shows you the actual size of the Eye of Sauron's head. So I'm very excited to start building, so let's go ahead and punch in the box here, if I can. You know, I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, here we go, I got it open. That's 5 seconds after I turned it off the camera. And I don't want to tear this up too much. I started actually keeping my boxes very recently, so here's one bag, and they are numbered, of course. Here's another bag, a loose piece, the instruction booklet, and another loose piece. So I'll go ahead and fold the box here, just kind of stick it in the background. So once again, your contents are, of course, your instruction booklet, 2 loose plates, and 2 non-numbered bags. So let me go ahead and get this all straightened out here. Here's the cover. We go Lord of the Rings, set 79005. So in case you don't know how to build a Lego set, they do tell you how to build it. But of course we all know how to build a Lego set. So I'll go ahead and open the bags here, and we will get started. And another reason that you might want to stay around is that I'll be pointing out some of the more awesome and rare pieces. So, this should be pretty fun. Should be pretty long, I think. At least half an hour. Whoops. Dropped a few pieces here. There we go. So you get the 2 big bags, and then inside of the bigger one, you get this box. Saruman's awesome hairpiece comes in its own bag, so that's pretty cool. And I will be pointing out the cool pieces along the way. So I'll go ahead and open this box here. And some of you won't like that I'm tearing it apart. So here's Saruman's cape, and Gandalf actually does not come with a cape in this set, which is a bit interesting. And I don't know if I'll be able to get this open without some scissors. But I do happen to keep a handy little tool right here. And I will try not to actually damage Saruman's cape, if I can avoid it. And yes, the Tower of Orthanc is moving towards you, which is really creepy, because this table is at a bit of a tilt. I'm actually taking a break from the Tower of Orthanc so I can build this. So that tells you how excited I am to actually build this set. I'm actually taking a break from the tower to build this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. And we start out by building Saruman the White. So here's that awesome hairpiece that we've all been waiting for. Here's the head, double-sided. And you can see all this in great detail in the review and in the T-Falls Play with Lego episode. I'll have to fix that in a minute. Here is his cape. Torsos here. Kind of hard to put these capes in here. And stick the head on like so. Fix his head there. Here comes the tower again. Sometimes the Ent will do that too, it's even creepier. And finally his legs. And you should all know that Saruman is also in the Tower of Orthanc, but they make him a little more special because in that set he actually comes with an awesome dress piece. Like that. So now I have two Sarumans that are almost exactly the same. And of course he also does come with the legs in that set too. Now I need to find his stick for his staff. Where is that? Give me 1 second. Alright, I found it in that pile. So here's his awesome staff. Much better than Gandalf's, but still not as cool as the Brick Forge Gandalf staff. And I know I saw someone on the internet saying that the stone didn't go in here very well. And I see what he means. It worked fine on the Tower of Orthanc version, but... Huh. That is odd. Doesn't look like... Well, if you're watching this, whoever you were, I can't remember exactly what your name was, but you're not alone because that doesn't want to pop in there for some reason. I guess it'll work. So, or not. So as you can see, Saruman is epic minus that little default there. I don't know what's up with that. So an awesome minifigure. Moving right along to Gandalf the Grey. Okay. We get the new hairpiece and the new double-sided head. That's what we're all used to right there. Or it's very similar anyway. And there's that weird face, but it looks good under the beard. But by itself, it looks nothing like Gandalf. And his beard and torso. I believe this is like the 6th or 7th time that I've built a version of Gandalf the Grey, not including Gandalf the White, because I still haven't got to that yet. So, getting a little tired of Gandalf, but at least this is a new version. Because I haven't built the Gandalf from the Tower of Orthanc, which is exactly the same as this one. Alright, so there you go, you have our two wizards. They are ready for battle, but of course they need a place to fight. So, we need to go ahead and build that for them. And I want you to be able to see the instruction manual too. I'll try and pop it up here a little bit. I think you can see that a little better now. So step 1, we need those two pieces that were loose. These right here. And this piece with holes in it. next we need 2 of these little cone-looking things, and they go on the ends here. So you might be wondering what is happening in this scene if you aren't huge Lord of the Rings fans. I'll go ahead and put this here. So hopefully you all know that Frodo is taking the ring to Mordor because Gandalf asked him to. And Gandalf has told Frodo where to go. He's told him to go to the sign of the Prancing Pony in Bree and to wait for him there. So while Frodo and his gardener Sam are traveling there, Gandalf has gone to Isengard, as you can see right here, uncompleted of course, seeking Saruman the White's counsel. And so he rides there and he talks to Saruman for a little while before realizing that Saruman has joined with Sauron, who of course is the main bad guy, and he wants Gandalf to join him. Of course Gandalf says no because Gandalf is a good guy, and of course then Saruman doesn't want Gandalf to leave because then he'll go and tell everybody that Saruman is evil. So he shuts all these doors, there's no way out, and an epic duel ensues. So that's what happens there, and that's what this scene is it's them fighting. And spoiler alert, because I'm going to tell you what happens. Saruman wins and imprisons Gandalf at the top of the tower. So here's an interesting piece right here. It's usually seen in Technic sets, and it's a fairly large piece. So you put the gear in here, I guess, and that goes right here. So all this technical stuff is to make that one function where you can spin the plant here. Oops. Just dropped something and hit my head on my table. Oh, one piece. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing here. It's kind of hard to film and build at the same time. Not too bad though. There we go. Over here. Need this long rod. Circular piece. And this set actually does have a lot of Technic pieces, which is surprising for a Lord of the Rings set, and especially such a small one. But it's to make epic functions, so I'm not complaining, and I like Technic. It's definitely more advanced than normal Lego, and it's very different from normal Lego too. I mean, some people don't even consider Technic Lego, kind of like some people don't consider Bionicle Lego. But I do use normal Lego parts, but just not that many. So, some of this will be a bit repetitive for me, especially the lamps and the throne, because I already built that portion of Isengard. And let me know in the comments if you like these, please. If I don't hear anything, I'll just plan to continue them. So now I get to set this aside for a little while. And just build this little mini section up here. Not sure exactly what it is. This. So this is a fairly simple build. It is only 113 pieces. But it's a fun set, and I'm trying to collect every single Lord of the Rings and Hobbit set because I'm such a huge fan. I love the Legos and I love Lord of the Rings, so when they combined the two, I was in heaven. Now we're kind of building the same thing again, except it's a bit modified because it'll go on the other side. And it's basically just making these steps that go up to the throne, and then the little area where the lamps will go. This is a small set. I've built in quite a while, actually. And use this. So that's kind of hard because my tripod and the camera don't match. So I just kind of have to set the camera on top, so I can't really crane it over. Which is a little disappointing, I know. But I do the best I can. So, I'll just kind of give you an idea of what's going on here. These are the steps leading up to the throne. This is the knob to spin the plant here. I believe it will go right there. Of course, there'll be a base plate on top here. So that's just going on there. Moving right along. There is that. There we go. And that goes here. And now it looks like we're making the floor, because we're bringing in some fairly large base plates. Let's make sure I'm doing this on the right side. So the plants here will go right there. Over here, we need more of those. Biggest piece in the set, one of them anyway. What's going on here? Wait, something doesn't look right. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I fixed the problem, I believe. Moving right along here. So, where is this piece? Oh, I see. It's a bit hard to build and talk at the same time, especially when I have to put the instruction booklet at an angle so you guys can see it. So yeah, the planter is going to go right there. And we have this giant base plate to cover up all the inner workings. But of course, if you want to show this off, you can always just turn it upside down. Or take the base plates off. So I'll probably do half of this tonight and half of this in the morning, but of course you guys will know that. So, yeah, I'm actually over the halfway point already. Yeah, I'll build a little more. Who knows, maybe we'll even finish it tonight. This is one of those sets where any normal person would say, oh, I'm going to build this all in one go. I'm not a normal person. I like to spread out my builds because I enjoy building Legos, and as I can't buy Legos every single day, although I'd love to do that, I do like to spread them out so I can enjoy it. Although it is a pain holding back. So you can see what we're doing here. If there's anything that you guys didn't see that you kind of want to see, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do a redo on that section. . 'Cause go. And finally, add this ridgy piece. And finally, over here, told you it went here. And so you can see that these two gears will interact, and that is how the planter will spin. So, yeah, there we go. Of course, the Eye of Sauron and crystal balls need to go on top. Oh, that's what's next. This will be my favorite part, I believe. It's farther than the lamps on the throne. So you have to put... Oh, well, let me just go ahead and show you this piece by itself. It's the awesome printed brick of the Eye of Sauron. It's the best individual piece in this set, unless you take into consideration Saruman's beard and hair, but that's in the Tower of Orthanc as well, and this is not. So this piece is exclusive to this set, and I'll be back in just a moment. My bird is acting up. Alright, I'm sure that some of you have been annoyed by her screeching in the background of lots of my videos. So I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do. She's a bird. And birds are annoying. Next interesting piece we get is this crystal ball piece. The only other time that I've seen this piece in this color is the Bomar Monk in Jabba's Palace. So as you can see, a very nice look there. Let me just go ahead and compare it to what is in the Tower of Orthanc. Of course, it's not quite as nice as that. And I'm actually going to do a video showing how you can interchange some parts between the Wizard Battle and the Tower of Orthanc. I'm mostly focused on the Plantiers. So I'll actually add this Plantier to the Tower of Orthanc and the Tower of Orthanc's Plantier to this set. So that should be pretty cool, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And let me just go ahead and show you one more time what this will eventually look like. And I do believe I will take a break now, because I told you I do like to space out my builds. But of course you guys are going to know that. So maybe it'll be tomorrow, maybe it'll be later tonight. But in any case, you'll see me again in a few seconds. Alright, back to builds a little bit more here. It's late at night. I have been reading for a while, and even reading gets boring after an hour and a half or so. So I felt like doing a bit more building. So now it's time to build Saruman's throne, as you can see here. So we'll need these two and this. I'll move this back a little bit so you can get a little bit better picture. The best thing about Saruman's throne in both the Wizard Battle and the Tower of Orthanc is that you can sit him down without bending his cape, which is very nice. So for this next part, I will be building the function for flicking Saruman out of his throne. I know you can't see the instructions, but you can always look this up on Lego.com. Which is a very nice feature about that website. So let's go something like that. Moving right along, the top of his throne. This is definitely one of my favorite scenes from the first movie. It's got that epic music in the background. Old guys with beards fighting each other. I mean, what could be better than that? Maybe the Balrog. But still, this is an epic scene. And I'm glad that LEGO chose to recreate this in plastic brick form. But there are other scenes that I would rather have had, since we do have the Tower of Orthanc. And those would include Minas Tirith in the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, Mount Doom. What else? I have lots of ideas for LEGO Lord of the Rings. Barad-dûr, Cirith Ungol, Minas Morgul. So there's still a lot of possibilities for LEGO Lord of the Rings, but I do have a feeling that we will get one more wave, and that will be it, unfortunately. 3 waves for 3 movies. But I hope I am wrong and we do get more. I do believe we'll get at least one more. So this is for the very top of his throne. Just a little decorative piece. It's almost exactly the same as the one in the Tower of Orthanc, except for a couple differences, and the main one would be there's a brick with a hole there to allow for this function. And the final part is the bottom where he will actually sit. Oh, and this is the other difference, is in the Tower of Orthanc there are studs so that he can actually sit in the throne. But here it's just a flat tile piece to allow for that function. So you can't actually sit him down permanently. So there's like 2 pieces that are different. But overall, very nice throne. And definitely probably the best LEGO chair that we have ever seen. Definitely one of them. I believe that's it right there. And I'll go ahead and show you how that cape works, and I can actually go ahead and show you the function too. So you can see that the cape goes into this groove down here. The function. So I believe that we're almost done with this set. Oh, and here it is showing you how that function works. They just show you to push it, but I think it works much better if you actually flip it. So here's if you push it. Pretty good. And here's if you flip it. So, overall, very nice set so far. All that's left is the 2 lamps. So I'll be back in a little bit to do that. Alright, it's a new day, for me anyway, not for you guys, most likely. And I'm going to finish building. And it's just this last page where we build the 2 lamps. And I actually went ahead and put the 2 lamps from the Tower of Orthanc in there, because they are exactly the same. And it looks pretty awesome. So I put those there. These are kind of unique pieces here. Don't see those very often. And get about 4 of those in this set, I believe. And these. And this. And finally, this really cool yellow crystal ball. I believe it's in a new color, never before seen. So there's one. Go ahead and put that on here. It doesn't tell you to do that yet, but I'm going to. And just have to build 1 more of those. So we'll just go ahead and show you guys that again. Get 2 more of those. I don't know, they look like little rockets or something. These are some really cool looking lamps. I mean, definitely the best LEGO lamps that I have ever seen. Probably the best ones out there. And finally, this. And the final page just shows you where you put those. Tells you to put Saruman on his throne. And it's over here somewhere. Alright, so there is your wizard battle. As you can see, the final product is pretty darn cool. And for those of you wondering, these are the spare parts you get. Get this yellow pulley looking thing, black sloping triangle, tan gear, red Technic pin piece thing, and a gray stud. So about get 5 spare parts there, which you can add to your spare parts collection. And of course, here's our final product, Wizard Battle. So you get 2 epic functions, some awesome pieces, most notably the printed Eye of Sauron piece. So make sure you check out the review on this set where we go into the functions and the minifigures in great detail. And the T-Falls Play with Lego episode. So, oh, and I will be making a video where I actually show you how you can combine pieces from this and the Tower of Orthanc. So, for example, you move this Palantir in the Tower of Orthanc, and you move the Tower of Orthanc Palantir in here. So that should be really cool. So make sure that you don't miss that. And until next time, thanks for watching. And there's just one more thing to add, and that's Pippin. Well, I guess there is one more thing to add, and that would be the epic Forge Staff.